Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be looking at the Audi A4. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Audi here in Salt Lake for me some time with this A4. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Jack. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 7-speed. Fuel economy is 23 around town and then 32 on the highway, with power outputs being 261 horsepower and then 273 pound-feet of torque, and 0 to 60 is a bit over 5 seconds with this car. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I think the design's actually really cool, especially with these sharp lines that go across. Cool light design as well. Audi always does a good job with that. And then this one has the blacked out grille, which also looks sharp, especially in contrast to the metallic gray with this. Tire wheel setup is 245 by 35 by 19 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels, you got the silver with the kind of like darker coloration. It's like a, I'd say it's a gray. It's almost like a black, but kind of in between. Anyways, we got the red brake caliper, which also kind of adds to the flare and contrast. S-line badge there on the side. Blacked out mirror caps. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good looking side profile, especially with the wheels. Now the key fob's pretty simple. It has your lock and unlock function. It's got the opening for the trunk, which press that twice and then it'll pop it right open. It pops open all the way, which is cool. You see there's quite a bit of storage here. This is Audi's second smallest car, but it's still practical if you ask me. Anyways, when you're all done, it is manual for the closing operation. Got this blacked out spoiler here in the back, and then of course we've got the cool sequential kind of taillight design there. Blacked out badging with the rest of the rear, and well, that's all. And this leads us inside, where you can see we've got this cool kind of soft touch trim there. Down below with the suede, and then I like the stitching that goes across. Cool carbon fiber. And then here are the seats. Nice trim all down the center. And it's kind of squeezed back here again. This is not a big car. So, yeah. Do have a little kind of net there. You can see here with the vents and all that. USB ports. Yeah, these inserts are kind of interesting to see in an Audi, but I mean, it feels pretty nice overall. Headroom back here is decent. And popping up front, you can see here with the soft touch, I like the suede down below. All of our window controls here. You got your mirror adjustments, carbon fiber there. Memory seats. Let's quick look at the mirrors themselves. And yeah, nice trim all down the center, just like that, kind of like a bucket type design. All of your power adjustments. And you can see with the pedals, pretty nice looking. Light controls, more like carbon fiber trim. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see you've got nice soft touch trim all around, perforated on either side. Got the S logo there at the bottom. Paddle shifters for the 7-speed on the back. Heated steering wheel button. You've got controls there for the center stack. Voice command volume controls as well. 2 million stocks. Yeah. But yeah, we've got the digital gauge cluster, which is pretty cool. Press the view button, that'll change kind of what it shows. So, I mean, this system's been out for quite some time, but I think it's aged very well so far. So quite a bit of glare, but anyways, surprisingly we've got a 360 camera system. Wasn't expecting that in Audi's kind of more entry-level car, but definitely a nice feature to have. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, okay. Can we okay out of that? There we go. It's pretty quick to respond. It's a little clicking. But yeah, it's easy to use. It definitely has a tablet plopped on look though with the dash. Got the vents down below. You can see that continues across with the carbon fiber trim below that. Dual zone climate controls if it'll ever focus. There we go. Heated seats as well. Got your drive mode select here. See your auto stop start. Turn that on or off, stability control, parking sensors, more charging ports, some cup holders right here. Shifter for the 7-speed. Got your parking brake behind it. Volume control here, more carbon fiber. And then good storage. I think this has a phone charging pad. Yeah, it's got a phone charging pad. So it's a plus. They had nice trim in general. Pretty normal glove box. And then we do have just a regular center up top. Here's a quick look at the window sticker. let's see all the standard equipment is quite a bit. 44,000 base MSRP. So we've got Premium Plus, S-Line. 53,475 is total MSRP on this. Let's see how it performs. Audi A4. Let us set off. This is like the success car, right? What I mean by that is this is the type of car that you get because you've had a bit of success in life, right? You make a little bit more than the average person. Oh, that was a harsh stop. You make a little bit more than the average person, and you know you wanna live life up a little bit, but you don't want to go too crazy, right? It's kind of what the Audi A4. I wonder if that person, I bet that they were an autopilot, just like park car, park car, park. I get the same way sometimes when I'm reviewing cars. It's like autopilot just to kind of like get the job done. Space things out. It happens. Smooth though. Definitely smooth. I will say at low speeds the transmission can be kind of, it's not bad, but it can be a little bit jerky. But I've definitely experienced much jerkier than this. I still want to know what this lot full of old Subarus is about. Maybe I just need to look up the parcel map and see who owns it. It's so random. It's just like overgrown lot full of old Subarus. But yeah, not bad. Is this a smooth car? And this is why the the A4 I think is such a good all-rounder, because it's got pretty good power, and you guys will see with the acceleration. It's comfortable, and it does like the daily driver stuff really well. And this obviously competes with the BMW 3 Series, the 330i, and then the Mercedes C300. The thing that I would say that differentiates Audi, price. I mean, C300 is like, I don't know, 60 grand I feel like for most ones that I review, and then the 330, maybe not quite 60 grand, but getting close. And this is understated, right? It's not super flashy. Like C-Class is pretty flashy with the looks. This, I would say, is definitely a lot more understated with the design. So that is a big difference between them. Oh, there's way more traffic than I thought there would be. Where do these people come from? There was like nobody, and then as soon as I'm like, okay, ready to turn, they're like, we are coming. We are Legion. Okay. Yep, now we're good to go. It's pretty smooth. Let's pop it into dynamic. There we go. Just press the button like 50 times. What's up with that? See how this Turbo 2.0 performs. But it's pretty nice so far with the overall setup, acceleration and all. Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. Okay, let's see how it goes. Definitely peaky. It's quick though. See, it has enough power. Again, this isn't like a exciting performance car, right? You get an S car or an RS car if you want crazy performance, but yeah, for Audi's kind of like, obviously the A3 is technically the entry level, but for kind of on the entry level scale side of things with Audi, this is seriously, it's a nice car. It's got a nice interior, it drives well, it's got solid acceleration, it's got good features, it's everything you want in kind of a luxury car. And that's why the pricing's more reasonable than some of the other Audis when it comes to the affordability. So let me know what you guys think about the A4, but I think this is a good car for a lot of people that just want kind of something that's a little bit nicer than a non-luxury car, but you don't want to go too crazy.